Spring calving is drawing to a close in most areas, but what kind of return can you expect on those calves when they are ready to go to market? We have more in this week's Market Watch.
Market Watch, brought to you by Fort Dodge Animal Health.
Joining us today is Randy Block, Executive Vice President of CattleFax. Welcome back, Randy.
Thank you, Susie.
It's always good to have you here.
Appreciate that.
Randy, the spring calf crop is mostly in now, and ranchers need to do some planning. So what are some things that they can do to get the best return on those calves?
Well, as everybody knows, we've got high corn prices out here today, and producers need to be looking for all the opportunities to differentiate their calf crop. Things like source and age verification will add value to these calves as we carry them further through the marketplace. Making sure that we continue to focus on the right genetics to where we're producing animals that the marketplace wants. As we start to turn the bulls back out here in a few months, those are important things for producers to think about. Also, I think we need to really be aware of some of the opportunities that are out here to differentiate the calf crop from a standpoint of we need to add some additional weight to these cattle instead of just selling them off to cow.
Right. Mandatory country of origin labeling is also likely to be in effect when these calves go to market. Should cattlemen prepare for that also?
Well, we still don't know a lot about what the actual law is going to look like when it goes into effect in late September. But producers need to prepare for it today. They need to keep records. We need birth records. We need movement records on these animals. If they're bringing in animals from other herds, they need to keep that kind of documentation. So I think the best thing for them to do is just keep that basic documentation, keep it in a file. That way we'll be prepared whenever the final regulations come out on mandatory country origin labeling.
Okay. That's good information. And then with grain prices so high, are feeders looking for heavier calves?
No doubt about it. You know, we're in a situation in here that cost of gains are now on top of 90 cents a pound. In many places across the country, they're in the mid-90s. So when we have an opportunity to add weight on these cattle at 40 to 50 cents a pound on grazing programs, it's in those producers' best interest to capture that. I would encourage all producers, if they have the feed resources, to add another 100 or 200 pounds of these cattle before they take them to the marketplace. They'll be paid handsomely with the price differentials that we'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. That's significant. What tools does CattleFax have for the cow-calf producer?
You know, CattleFax has continued to expand its database, its resources, its analysis capabilities for cow-calf producers, especially over the course of the last 5 years. The size of our database has quadrupled.
Wow.
So we're putting out tools like the CattleFax Update. We've got a new website that'll be online here in the next few months. We've got a new publication that was built specifically for cow-calf producers called Trends. And that's a monthly publication I think producers all over the country can see some real value from.
That's excellent. Good information. As always, Randy, it's a pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you, Susie. Glad to be with you.
We'll have you back soon. For a sample issue of Trends and other great information, go to cattlefax.com.